The new FNAF movie, or Five Nights at Freddy's movie, just came out, and here is my honest opinion and review on it. The movie itself, the core movie was average. If you check on the IMDb's, it's like what, a 5.8. And I'm not saying that the movie is bad. So you can just hold your horses. Don't start commenting. Don't start dropping angry comments. Oh, you hate the FNAF series. What are you talking about? You don't know what you're talking about. I don't. You're right. But that doesn't mean I can't talk about it because I saw the movie and it's average, okay? Calm down. But it's understandable. It's a movie made for freaking 12-year-olds. So all of the gore, the blood, the guts, the gears, the everything that was supposed to be there, everything that would have made it actually freaking scary was left out. You might be asking yourself why? Well, it's made for 12-year-olds. Obviously, it's left out, you buffoon. The movie was easy to watch. It was a light movie. It wasn't like, there wasn't a lot of dialogue. There was nothing confusing about the movie. It was straight to the point. The cinema was freaking full. It was packed. I don't think I saw any empty space. If I did, it didn't exist because that was just my imagination. It was full of teenagers. I even saw walk into the movie theater, somebody painted their face as the freaking puppet. Somebody had the fucking purple guy mask. People were raving about the movie. The movie itself was fine, but you know, I'm so happy to see that there were so many people at the cinema and people were laughing at the jokes because some of the bits were really funny and there were so many fucking details that you and I as Five Nights at Freddy's fans enjoy, and that's something that we look for in a FNAF movie. I'm just gonna explain the little details. There was the dude with the Midnight Motorist shirt. He was killed by the cupcake, and the guy's name was Carl. That's like triple layer, yo. I don't know. I think I just thought that was cool. It was an Easter egg. It was definitely an Easter egg. There was also freaking MatPat in the whole thing. You have to see the scene for yourself. MatPat was in the video. Fuck me, in the movie, and he said the line, guys. He said the freaking line. He said, "It's just a theory." Holy shit, I was pissing my pants. I was genuinely pissing my pants. I was fucking hyped. HIYPEED. Hyped. And also, just like in the games, we never see Springtrap die. Never. It's never shown, it's just wink wink suggested. And there were just so many of these little bits and pieces. Check out my videos here. There was just so many like that, and it's great. But lore, the whole thing that like people rave about in this whole thing, like, you know, the like movie about Five Nights at Freddy's, everybody's all about the lore. Everything's about the lore, and the lore, I have no fucking idea. I haven't been following the lore personally since like Security Breach. It got confusing when the book started coming out, so I just kind of dipped. But I know things up until Security Breach. But I have a slight suspicion that this is the fourth branch of the whole Five Nights at Freddy's tree. You know, the whole world. Five Nights at Freddy's world. FNAF world. Wink wink. Let's look at it this way. There's a whole FNAF world, right? And it's in like 4 branches. There's the first branch, which is obviously the original games up until Security Breach. That's a whole different thing. And this has been solved. The whole storyline from A to Z, who kills who, what happens after what. There's going to be a video linked up there and probably down in the description too of what I'm talking about, because it is genuinely an amazing video by this guy. The video, fucking amazing. Go watch it, you'll understand what I mean. So I think that whole thing is solved, it's done and dusted. And then there's the second branch. You might be asking yourself, the second branch? Well, yeah, it's obvious. It's the books. The books have a whole different story. They have a whole different plot. Honestly, I don't know what they're about. I don't want to understand what they're about. And I do not want to delve into what they're honestly about. And I don't know how much of that is solved. How much of it is logical. How much of it is correlated to the games. And how much the games are correlated to the books. And how much the books correlate to everything. So I think that's a whole separate storyline. It's a whole different thing. There's different characters. It revolves around the same things, but it's kind of the same thing, just a little bit different. Let's actually talk about that. This is gonna be a little tangent. Scott Cawthon, you know, the guy who kind of like thought of the whole thing. He made what? RPGs? Am I right? Fix me in the comments. Fix me. Correct me in the comments. He made RPGs and got shit on because his characters looked scary. Right? That's like the whole story. Oh, your characters look like shit. They look scary as fuck. This is not a children's game. So then he was like, you wanna see fucking scary? I'm gonna make some scary, bitch. So he made a horror game. Horror game being FNAF. Now he has like 10 different series of books. It's like 15 games. Some of them are made by an actual game studio and not Scott in his own fucking basement. And now has a movie that has been teased for 1,000 years. What's next? Is he gonna open up like a Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria or like an escape room? That's a pretty good idea. If you like that idea, we can probably make it happen. Click like, we're gonna make it happen. If this video can get 15,000 likes, this is an astronomical number, and I know it, that's why I'm giving you 15,000 likes. If you can get 15,000 likes, we're gonna make the Freddy Fazbear's escape rooms. We're gonna get Alistair, we're gonna get 2, we're gonna get all them bitches riding this where were we? Forks, right. So, second branch, books, first branch, original games. Third branch, and you might think I'm gonna be talking about the movie, but no, it's actually Security Breach. I think whenever Scott left the series and left it to whatever people he trusted with the story and Steel Wool, the story changed. It changed drastically. It's a whole different game. It's just a horror game with robots now, and it has a lot of history, but it's not the same anymore. But you can't really make the same thing anymore because that would lose its charm. Everybody has seen Five Nights at Freddy's, and you have to get some new, you know, it's complicated, but it has a rich history. It's amazing, and that's the third branch. It's Security Breach. Fourth branch, that's the last branch. That's the branch that I was talking about at the beginning. The movie. The whole video is actually about the movie, right? Right. It made a lot of things confirmed about like the original game or games, plural, but I don't know, but the books, and it kind of just threw questions into the air with like theories. Why is Vanessa in the first FNAF thing? Why is it the first FNAF? Why didn't they just start from the beginning? Should have they started from the beginning? What is this bullshit? Is there gonna be another movie? And that's what I'm talking about. This is the fourth branch. This is the next branch. It's gonna branch out into movies. This movie, if it keeps going well, there's gonna be another one. There's obviously gonna be another one, and they're gonna love those movies, and they're just gonna make a whole nother story from the goddamn Five Nights at Freddy's series, because they did it once with the original games, they did it again with the books, they did it again with Security Breach, which toppled the original games, made no sense, and now they're doing it again with the movies. It's a whole FNAF world. A whole FNAF, not only half FNAF world, but it's like Freddy's in space. He's making a FNAF universe. This video started off as a review video. 15 spring lock failures over 5 missing children. Very cool.